On the news, State Chapter of the All Progressive Congress elects Chief Solomon Areyinka as its new chairman. National Police Council endorses appointment of Mr. Olatunji Disu as Substantive Inspector General of Police. Federal government commences nationwide enforcement and public enlightenment on the ban of alcoholic beverages packaged in sachets and bottles below 200 millimeters. Abroad, U.S. confirmed 6 of its soldiers killed in an Iranian strike against a military facility in Kuwait on Sunday. Good evening and welcome to Delta Television Main News. I'm Great Doniabo. You can also follow our news online on Facebook and YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or visit our website at www.dbsasaba.com. The Delta State Chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has elected Chief Solomon Areyinka as its new chairman. Chief Areyinka emerged by consensus at the party's Congress held today at the Cenotaph, Asaba. Elder Moses Idu was elected deputy chairman, while Chief Efeuko was returned as state secretary. Also elected through affirmation were Chief Paulinus Akbeki as chairman of the party in Delta Central, Chief Emmanuel Angbaduba, Delta South, and Mr. Daniel Osai, Delta North. Ejime Udweme reports.
Also elected through affirmation were Chief Paulinus Akbeki as Delta Central Chairman, Chief Emmanuel Angbaduba as Delta South Chairman, Mr. Daniel Osai as Delta North Chairman, Elder Emmanuel Egbabo as State Organizing Secretary, Mr. Valentine Onejehu as State Publicity Secretary, Mrs. Ifeyinwa Sobote as State Woman Leader, and Christopher Agali as State Youth Leader, among others. Chairman of the Delta State Congress Electoral Committee, Mr. Vita Abba, who declared the new executive elected, said the affirmation process was conducted in line with the party's constitution and guidelines. Earlier, former Speaker of the Delta State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Victor Uche, moved a motion for the dissolution of the outgoing State Executive Committee to pave way for the election of new leadership. The motion was seconded by Olorogun Otega Emero and unanimously adopted by party delegates. Addressing party faithful, Governor Borewore charged the newly constituted executive to begin immediate preparations for total victory in the 2027 general elections. Governor Borewore expressed gratitude to the outgoing executive, led by Elder Omeni Sobote, for steering the party through what he described as a defining transition period following the political realignment of April 2025. He commended discipline, cooperation, and resilience demonstrated by party members across the state, describing the peaceful conduct of congresses in the 270 wards and 25 local government areas as a testament to the APC's internal democracy.
The members of the State Electoral Council have just been elected and persons of proven character and competence. Men and women with a track record in party organization, administration, and mobilization. I have no doubt that they will put our party on a stronger footing and lead us to decisive victory in 2027 general election.
In his remarks, immediate past state chairman of the APC, Elder Omeni Sobote, described the Congress as the product of collective sacrifice and unity, reflecting on the political realignment that saw members of the former PDP join the APC. In his acceptance speech, Chief Solomon Areyinka thanked party leaders and members for the confidence reposed in him and the new State Executive Committee, assuring that the executive would uphold the values of hard work, integrity, transparency, and teamwork.
We are mindful of the challenges before us, but are also confident that with the support and cooperation of our esteemed party members, especially our leaders, and the wisdom of God, we shall position the APC in Delta State as a model for other states to emulate.
Some party stakeholders expressed confidence that the new executive has the willpower to build on the party's unity. The Congress drew party leaders and stakeholders from across the state and beyond with a charged atmosphere of celebration and unity as the Delta APC formally inaugurated its new leadership ahead of the next electoral cycle. Ejime Uduime reporting.
Meanwhile, members of the APC in the state have expressed satisfaction with the successful conduct of the State Congress, describing the process as peaceful and well coordinated. Henry Usiayo reports.
The State APC Congress was held to elect new party leaders at the state level following the completion of ward and local government congresses. The exercise was conducted through a consensus arrangement as the new state executives emerged without voting. Party members who spoke after the Congress described the process as orderly and transparent, even as delegates commended the peaceful atmosphere and praised stakeholders for ensuring a hitch-free exercise.
Well organized, straightforward one, no round calls. One of the best.
The Congress was fantastic. It is the best so far we have gotten in Delta State.
Today it was successful. The process, everything were well coordinated. As you can see, everybody were very happy. Nobody's grumbling. Thank God for the organizers.
What you saw here is family. When we were in PDP, we had that culture of not allowing people spend money, do posters, travel around consulting. So they are like this. Everybody will show interest, and the people, leaders will sit down and bring them together and choose the best among them. That is consensus. In that case, there's agreement of minds, and people are not allowed to spend money unnecessarily, campaigning and consulting and all that. That's the beauty of it. That's exactly what you saw here.
Right. I think today we have a very peaceful Congress. We will now have new executives to run the affairs of this party for the next 4 years. Everybody's happy. Not much like here. The attestation that the party is united. You know, the big family.
Some members attributed the smooth conduct of the Congress to extensive consultations and effective communication among party leaders prior to the events. A number of delegates, however, noted that there was still room for improvement, while emphasizing the need for reconciliation and greater unity among members as the party moves forward.
Consistency is what I believe that will improve the system of government or political system in Nigeria. Whatever position you are given to now, don't relax. Don't go home and relax. Be consistent in whatever good thing you are doing. I believe that will improve the political system of Nigeria.
The state is always first everything. And like you have had, the ESCO has promised that they will play with the game and they are going to carry everybody, every party, APC members along.
The State Congress forms part of the APC's internal democratic process aimed at consolidating and strengthening its structures across board. Henry Usiayo reporting.
Speaker of the State House of Assembly and Chairman Conference of Speakers of State Legislatures in Nigeria, the Right Honorable Motimi Goor, has extended his warmest congratulations to the newly elected leadership of the All Progressive Congress APC in Delta State chapter on the successful conduct of the State Congress and their emergence as members of the State Working Committee of the party. In the congratulatory message by its Chief Press Secretary, Mr. Nkem Weke, the Speaker expressed confidence that the Chief Solomon Arenka-led State Executive will further strengthen and consolidate the success story of the party in Delta State. He affirmed that the well-attended Congress held at the Cenotaph, Asaba, was a clear testament to the confidence and trust reposed in them by party faithfuls across the state. He said, as Speaker of the State House of Assembly and Chairman of the Conference of Speakers of the State Legislatures of Nigeria, he recognized the vital role a vibrant and well-organized political party play in deepening the nation's democracy, pointing out that constructive engagement, healthy competition of ideas, and people-oriented policies remain essential ingredients for sustainable development and good governance. The Director General of the State Contributory Health Insurance Commission, Dr. Isaac Akpoveta, has launched the monitoring of healthcare facilities under the scheme. The exercise aims to evaluate the effectiveness of the program in improving access to healthcare for residents. Eunice Imeyazia reports.
The Director General of the State Contributory Health Insurance Commission, Dr. Isaac Akpoveta, has launched the monitoring of healthcare facilities under the scheme. The exercise aims to evaluate the effectiveness of the program in improving access to healthcare for residents. The DG's tour began at the Asaba Specialist Hospital, where he visited departments including the antenatal, maternity and pediatrics, as well as operating theaters, with focus on the quality of services provided to beneficiaries towards ensuring the scheme's objectives are met. He also interacted with patients, many of whom expressed appreciation for the free and quality services.
This is not my first delivery. I've delivered before here and I did not pay attention. All thanks to Governor Sheriff.
I've benefited a lot here. This is my second time and I didn't pay any dime. Whenever my kids have any little illness, I just rush them down to this place without paying any dime. Thank you so much. Thank you, Governor Oborevere.
Dr. Akpoveta called on the public to continue supporting the scheme, describing it as essential for its long-term success. He said the scheme provided affordable healthcare to vulnerable populations, covering a wide range of medical services at no cost, emphasizing that the program ensured that all residents, regardless of socioeconomic status, had access to quality care. The Director General commended the State Governor, the Right Honorable Sheriff Oborevere, for his support to the Commission and the State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Joseph Onojame, observing the conducive environment of the hospital and dedication of staff.
But governor say any woman when they Delta, you get belle, just come to hospital. From the day you get belle till you deliver, you carry a call and sheriff begin. Government behind you, he already put money aside, plenty of money to pay for all your bills. It's a good government. If they make roads, if they make bridges, government don't pay more than 20 billion naira for pregnant women. All the money delivered this country last 2 years when government comes and they pay for them more. And sheriff, the commissioner for health too, he are behind. He's very happy.
The monitoring forms part of broader efforts to improve the reach and effectiveness of the scheme, ranked #1 in the country. The Delta State Contributory Health Commission is doing quite a lot to better the health of Deltans, and through the initiative of Governor Sheriff Oborevere, the free health care for the pregnant women and the under 5, you can see how happy the people are. Well, it's health for all Deltans. Eunice Imeyazia reporting.
The federal government says it has strengthened emergency medical services nationwide through the National Emergency Medical Services and Ambulance System, NEMSAS, and has called for improved access to the 112 emergency number. National Program Manager of NEMSAS, Mr. Emoren Dobra, in a statement said the initiative was helping to coordinate emergency medical services across the country and provide free care for poor and vulnerable Nigerians. He explained that emergency medical service structures had been established in 33 states and the Federal Capital Territory, with 21 states already operational, while others were preparing to commence operations. Mr. Dobra also urged improved awareness and functionality of 112 emergency line across all networks to ensure quicker response during emergencies. The National Police Council has unanimously endorsed the appointment of Mr. Olatunji Disu as the Substantive Inspector General of Police. The confirmation followed a meeting held at the State House in Abuja, in line with the provisions of the Police Act 2020, which require the Council to consider such appointments. The Council was chaired by the President and comprised the 36 state governors, the Chairman of the Police Service Commission, and the Inspector General of Police. Mr. Disu had been serving in an acting capacity following the resignation of former Inspector General of Police, Mr. Kayode Egbetokun. The endorsement by the Police Council cleared the way for the formal process leading to his confirmation as the head of the Nigerian Police Force. Chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum, Mr. Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, has urged the newly confirmed Inspector General of Police, Mr. Olatunji Disu, to provide decisive leadership in tackling insecurity across the country. Mr. Abdulrazak made a call while speaking with newsmen after a meeting with the Nigerian Police Council head in Abuja. He said the council carefully reviewed Mr. Disu's service records, performance in office, and recommendations before approving his appointment. The Governors Forum chairman congratulated the new police chief and expressed confidence in his ability to deliver on the mandate, noting that there were high expectations from the 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory. He added that Mr. Disu's previous assignments in Lagos State and the Federal Capital Territory demonstrated its operational experience and capacity to coordinate efforts to address the country's security challenges. Still to come, federal government commences nationwide enforcement and public enlightenment on the ban of alcoholic beverages packaged in small quantities. Stay with us.
As a host community, try as much as possible to guide your utterances. No company can be intimidated. The companies are also urged to keep to their social responsibility, the corporate social responsibility. I always say it, keep to it. If you keep to the corporate social responsibility, no host community will hold you ransom.
Welcome back. You're still watching Delta Television Main News. The federal government has commenced nationwide enforcement and public enlightenment on the ban of alcoholic beverages packaged in sachet and bottles below 200 milliliters. The exercise is being carried out by the National Orientation Agency, NOA, in collaboration with the National Agency for Food and Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, and the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, FCC-PC. Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, explained that the decision followed years of consultations and survey findings linking easy access to sachet alcohol with rising consumption among minors. Director General of the NOA, Mr. Lanre Issa Omilu, said the campaign aimed to protect Nigerians, especially young people, from harmful alcoholic consumption, adding that the agency would mobilize its offices across the 774 local government areas in the country to drive awareness and ensure compliance. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, and the National Peace Committee, NPC, say Nigeria is at a very critical stage in its democratic development and have urged political actors to focus on people-centered governance ahead of the 2027 general elections. The INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amukbitan, said the commission is reviewing its regulations to improve the electoral process, including plans to introduce geographic information system, mapping of polling units, improve voter interaction platforms, and clean up the voter register. NPC chairman, Mr. Absalami Abubakar, represented by Mr. Matthew Kuka, acknowledged concerns about politicians' commitment to the peace accord, stressing that credible elections require discipline and cooperation from political leaders, citizens, and civil society groups. The recent amendments to the electoral law, which allows both manual and electronic transmission of results, has generated mixed reactions across the country. Bridget Agetu spoke with residents of the state capital on their view on the new law.
The respondent says the dual system is practical, especially in areas with poor network coverage, and provides a backup in case electronic transmission fails during elections.
The electoral process has been evolving. By the day we left that raw stage to using the beavers, using the smart, all of that. So we're graduating to transmitting now the results. It was supposed to have started in 2023, but there was a glitch, we were told. What we're saying now that let there be no glitch.
The law, they pass. We can't change it. We can't say it's good, we can't say it's bad. In whichever way they want to transmit our results, let them transmit it, but let it be free and fair.
Others noted that allowing manual collation alongside electronic transmission could create loopholes for manipulation and weaken public trust in the electoral process.
The issue is that personally, I'm not comfortable with it. I'm not comfortable with it. Either you go through manual or you go through electronics. Bringing the two together is, to me, is complicated.
They insisted that real-time electronic transmission from polling units should be mandatory to ensure transparency, stressing that the elections should be free and fair irrespective of the use of manual or electronic transmission of results.
The electronics is better, but depending if you to go to other local governments where they don't have network. So anyone they know that is better, but me, I'm team the electronics.
Electronics is safer. No, that's the best way to go so that the vote of the people.
The revised provision of the law allow manual result sheets to serve as the primary basis for collation and declaration of results if electronic transmission is unsuccessful due to network or communication failure. Bridget Agetu reporting.
The Nigerian Education Loan Fund, NELFund, has extended the deadline for its student loan application following a surge in nationwide interest. NELFund, in a statement, said the extension would allow more eligible students to complete the applications after the earlier February 27 closing date, adding that it would also assist students who were recently informed about the scheme and institutions that had just commenced the 2025-2026 academic session, as well as schools yet to submit verified student lists. The statement explained that sensitization campaigns across the 6 geopolitical zones has significantly boosted participation, revealing that about 1.69 million applications have been received, with 183.8 billion naira already disbursed to beneficiaries. The student loan scheme was established under the Nigerian Student Loan Initiative, signed into law in April 2024 by President Bola Tinubu to provide interest-free loans for students in public tertiary institutions to cover tuition and living expenses, with repayment expected after graduation and employment. The U.S. has confirmed that 6 of its soldiers were killed in an Iranian strike against a military facility in Kuwait on Sunday. U.S. Central Command originally said 3 soldiers died in the incident, but officials confirmed yesterday that the death toll had doubled after 1 person succumbed to their injuries and 2 more bodies were found in the rubble. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth confirmed a U.S. bunker in Kuwait was hit after a missile was launched during Iran's original retaliation evaded air defenses. The 6 deaths were the only fatalities confirmed by the U.S. military since it launched a new war against Iran with Israel. Mr. Hegseth said a powerful weapon struck a tactical operations center that was fortified without providing further details about the site's location. The U.S. has a long-standing defense relationship with Kuwait, and more than 13,000 American soldiers are stationed in the Gulf nation. Iran has responded to attacks against it by launching missiles at Gulf countries allied with the U.S. Bahrain, United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Qatar have all also seen strikes. Separately in Kuwait, the U.S. confirmed 3 fighter jets were downed after what it described as an incident of friendly fire yesterday. Iran state media claimed the Iranian military had shot down the jets without providing evidence. 2 mosques in the United States have reportedly held memorial events for Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei, following reports that he was killed during a United States military operation carried out with Israel over the weekend. One of the gatherings took place in Manizana and circulated a flyer describing him as their leader. Another event was held at the Islamic House of Wisdom in Dearborn Heights, Michigan, where Imam Muhammad Ali Elahi addressed worshippers and criticized the military action. He described the operation as evil and questioned the justification for the strike carried out by the United States and its allies. Speakers at the Michigan gathering also disputed allegations surrounding Iran's nuclear program and described the attack as an illegal war. They referred to statements from Iranian officials claiming that civilians were among those affected during the recent attacks. And from the world of business and economy, retail pump prices of petrol may rise to between 980 and 1,000 naira per litre nationwide following a fresh increase in gantry price by the Dangote Petroleum Refinery. The refinery reviewed its gantry price from 774 naira to 874 naira per litre, citing volatility in the international crude oil market and rising replacement costs. Petroleum marketers say the adjustment could push pump prices higher, depending on location and logistics. The development follows a temporary suspension of petrol loading at the refinery after crude prices surged above $80 per barrel amid escalating tensions in the Middle East. Market observers have warned that further increases may occur if crude prices continue to rise. Governor Sheriff Oborowori has congratulated Chief Fred Majemite on his 62nd birth anniversary, describing him as a distinguished son of the state. Governor Oborowori, in a statement through his Chief Press Secretary Festus Ahon, praised Chief Majemite's contributions to public service, law, business, and philanthropy. He noted that the former Commissioner for Land, Service, and Urban Development distinguished himself in office through dedication, professionalism, and commitment to the growth and development of the state. The governor commended the celebrant for his philanthropic efforts, describing him as a compassionate leader who had consistently supported the less fortunate and worthy causes. He prayed for continued good health, wisdom, and strength for Chief Majemite, urging him to sustain his service to God, Delta State, and humanity at large. In sports, World Football Governing Body FIFA today launched the final 100-day countdown to the 2026 FIFA World Cup, signaling the approach of the global tournament, which will feature 48 teams and 104 matches scheduled from June 11 to July 19. This year's competition is expected to be the largest in the tournament's history, with expanded participation and matches across host venues. FIFA, however, did not provide any update on the anticipated disciplinary verdict involving Nigeria and the Democratic Republic of the Congo. The delay has drawn criticism in Nigeria, where football stakeholders and fans have expressed frustration over the lack of clarity as the World Cup approaches. If upheld, Nigeria's complaint would lead to DR Congo's disqualification and potentially reinstate the Super Eagles in the qualification process. And our thought for the day: believe in yourself and you're already halfway to achieving your goal. To end the news, here are the main points. The Delta State chapter of the All Progressive Congress, APC, has elected Chief Solomon Arenka as its new chairman. Chief Arenka emerged by consensus at the party's Congress held today at the Cenotaph, Asaba. Elder Moses Idu was elected Deputy Chairman, while Chief Efe Uko was returned as State Secretary. The National Police Council has unanimously endorsed the appointment of Mr. Olatunji Disu as the Substantive Inspector General of Police. The confirmation followed a meeting held at the State House in Abuja in line with the provisions of the Police Act 2020, which required the Council to consider such appointments. The federal government has commenced nationwide enforcement and public enlightenment on the ban of alcoholic beverages packaged in sachets and bottles below 200 milliliters. We brought to you also that the U.S. has confirmed that 6 of its soldiers were killed in an Iranian strike against a military facility in Kuwait on Sunday. You can also follow our news online on Facebook at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba and on YouTube at Delta Broadcasting Service Asaba, or visit our website. And that's the size of our package this evening. Thanks for joining us. My name is Great Doniabo. Good night and God bless you.